Hi guys. I don't know what I did in the last video, but I deleted half of it. So I'm going to pick it up here. Hospital update. I went in the hospital on Monday, last Monday night. I had been experiencing this pain in my groin area for about a month, but I was just taking my morphine. I noticed I started taking more and more and more and more, and then I wasn't feeling good because of the morphine, and I don't like pain medicine because it's a vicious circle like that. So, I got in so much pain on Monday night that I decided to have my husband bring me down to my hospital where my oncologist is. It's the university hospital here. And if I take an ambulance, I never mind, but they don't take me to the hospital that my oncologist is at, and I'm most comfortable there because I'm most comfortable under her care. So I decided it would be best to just go and get direct admitted. I got there on Monday night about 9 p.m. I slept there on Monday night, and then they took lots of blood work. They're always obsessed with you pooping at the hospital. I can never get over that. As soon as I had to tell somebody I pooped, I'm like, are you going to throw me a party now? Because, yeah, that's what it feels like. But there was no party. So the next day they did a lot of tests. X-ray, MRI, CAT scan, blood work, and a spinal tap. On Wednesday, I woke up probably at about 7, 8 a.m. in excruciating pain with the worst nausea I've felt in a long time. And I don't know if something happened with the spinal tap or if they just couldn't get my medications right, but I was just curled up on the bed probably until a good 7 o'clock at night. That was the day that I called Chris and I said, you just have to come here because I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything right now. I don't know what I've taken last. They keep asking me what I want to take, and I want the nurses to decide what I need to take, and it just wasn't happening. So he came down there and he stayed with me until I fell asleep at about 7 o'clock for the night. I woke up the next day and I felt okay. But that day they wanted to schedule. They had canceled my MRI of the head, and they had added like an MRI of my head, my chest, my spinal cord, my hips. I never realized that they would even think it was humanly possible to bring a human being into an MRI machine for longer than an hour. I am okay in those machines for an hour. I'm not one that will be like, no, I'm claustrophobic. I didn't take any anxiety medicine. Usually I'm good. I can lay there. I can put myself in my happy place for an hour and let it be done. But they wanted me in there for 4 hours. After about an hour and a half, the nurse had to come down and bring me Ativan, and she brought me Dilaudid. I cannot take Dilaudid in a shot form because it just, I have some kind of reaction to it that I don't like. Not something that would hurt me, but I don't like the way it makes me feel. So I took the Ativan. That helped for about another hour. So now we're at the 2-hour mark. This is when I started getting antsy. Got through that last hour and they're like, we just have to do your brain and your hip. I'm like, you could do my brain. I'm like, but I'm not going through with my hip. So they said okay with the hip. And then that night was the night that my cousin Kelly from Baltimore surprised me and came into the hospital. I didn't know who it was to begin with. I was half asleep. She is one amazing woman. We talk about it all the time. She's my kindred spirit. She's my best friend. She's my cousin. She's the only one who quite understands exactly what I'm going through. She's got a breast cancer diagnosis too when she was 35, I believe 35. And so now we've decided to not compare our journeys, and we are connected as ever. I love her to death. She stayed until yesterday. I woke up this morning upset just knowing that she wasn't in the next room. But anyway, enough of this sappy stuff. I love you, Kelly. Couldn't ask for anyone better to be by my side. But anyway, okay, breathe. My plan of action is to start radiation on Thursday. I'll have 5 rounds of radiation, which isn't a lot, but they're only doing it for pain reasons. They're hoping that it will just jumpstart the alleviation of the pain on my hip right now. So that's going to happen. I'll probably get another echo to make sure my heart is good. My heart was the best news out of the whole hospital stay because it was at 50%. It's within normal range. I was in cardiac heart failure, and that's why we took this whole break from chemotherapy. My oncologist and I knew that my cancer was somewhat active. We didn't know how much, but we took that chance. When you're stage 4, you got to take chances. I actually got over 6 months of not having to be on any, chemo medications, which is huge because that extends your life that much more. I have 7 more months on my life just because we took that break. And that's huge. So I just want to say that I'm pretty confident with what we've come up with. The 5 radiation, then I'll be done next. I'll go Friday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I will not start chemo that week. I will start chemo the following week. And I'll just, again, go on my maintenance protocol and see what happens with this tumor in my breast. And that is what I know for now. And hopefully I won't mess up this video because I already know I look like I'm closer to going to bed, closer to being tired, and closer to just being done for the day. I want to say just smile at somebody that you wouldn't normally smile at because it can make a difference in their day. Love you. Bye.